and damage our name. There are others, but these are the three we're going to focus on because they're the big three. Lust, pride, and greed. Lust, pride, and greed. When there's lust in my heart, when my mind is filled with pride, or I become consumed with greed, I'm in an unrighteous position. When lust fills my heart, when my mind gets filled with pride, or I start to become consumed with greed, I'm in an unrighteous position. Now be careful, because before you start thinking about other people, just know that you're an American and you live in a country that was built on these three principles. Yeah, I know on your dollar it says "In God we trust," but in the interest they put it on the money. They didn't put it on the flag. They put it on the money. Didn't put it in the Constitution. They put it on the money. Because the country really wasn't built on the flag. So we need to stop feigning outrage about the flag. And it really wasn't built on the Constitution. So we need to stop feigning outrage about the Constitution. It was built in what we put "In God" on. Lust, pride, and greed. We're going to look at them one at a time, but it's really hard because they're connected. Go with me to James chapter 1. James chapter 1. Note this as your first point. If you write this once, then your notes are going to be real easy. My name is damaged by. My name is damaged by. And here's your first point. My name is damaged by. Point number 1, lust. My name is damaged by lust. Lust leads to sin. And sin damages my name. Verse number 12. Blessed is the man that endures temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. Verse 12, James 1. Which the Lord has promised to them that love him. Verse number 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempts he any man. But every man, where my men? Where my men? But every man. Now listen to what I'm getting ready to say. The Bible is a man's book. It's written to men. It's a man's book. If you want to know how to be a man, get in the book. It's a man's book. 90% of the Bible is written third person masculine. It's a man's book. It's to teach us men. Because if men get right, our lifestyle becomes the education for everybody else. See, I'm to be the book, and my family's to be like me. My family shouldn't have to know the Bible. I should. My wife shouldn't have to need a devotional. She should be able to just pattern her life after me and get to heaven, and at the end hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. So this is what we got to know, men. It's not the woman, because it doesn't say, but every man is tempted when a woman wears a short skirt or looks good. It says, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of what? His own lust and enticed. Then when lust has conceived, it brings forth sin. Sin, when it is finished, brings forth death. Do not err, my brethren. See, enticement is like the bait that you put on the end of a hook to catch a fish. See, the thing about a fish is a fish will take the bait even if it's not hungry. See, a fish doesn't take the bait because it's hungry. A fish takes the bait because it takes the bait. There's a response in the fish that says, if you put it before me, I'm going to get it. It's an automatic response. But you as a man ought to be bigger than a fish. Just because you're baited doesn't mean you ought to take the bait. See, because God gave you dominion over the fish, he didn't tell you to grow up and be a fish. See, any man can say I was tempted or enticed, but a real man says that when I was tempted and enticed, I turned away. Now, life givers got to stop being bait. Because bait is worms. And they dwell in the mud. So you need to get out the mud and stop acting like a worm. And there's no accomplishment in getting a fish to bite. You were just the next worm they saw. And when they are done, because you didn't have a hook, you were just bait, they swim away. Because that's what fish do. You thought you had a hook, but you were just bait. And you can't satisfy a fish because we eat even when we're not hungry. It's a good message. These are proverbs to live by. So I don't want to pastor no fish or no worms. Listen, y'all thought I was going to, no, I'm going to talk to you. I just have an object lesson on TV, but I'm talking to you. My name is damaged when, here's your letter A,